Hi guys, welcome to my new YouTube video. In this video, I'll be discussing about the multi-level inheritance. Up to now, we have covered single-level inheritance and multiple inheritance. In this video, I'll be discussing about the multi-level inheritance. So, with a simple example and a basic simple theory. So, let's move on to our topic: multi-level inheritance. So, what is meant by multi-level inheritance? Is we know that what is meant by inheritance. Inheritance is that is deriving a class from another class, that is taking the properties of one class to a new class. So such concept is called as inheritance. For example, DNA is passed from father to son, right? So such concept is called as inheritance. So here in multi-level inheritance I have three classes. Okay, this is my base class, and this is my derived class, and this is my again derived class. So first I'll be taking the data from my base class, so this becomes derived class, right? So again, if I'm going to take the data, I mean if I'm going to inherit this class, so this would become my intermediate derived class. Intermediate derived class. So and this would become my final derived class. So that's it. First, how we are going to perform is we are going to take a base class. Okay, from that base class we are going to derive a new class. Okay. um, Okay, this is my new class. From this, I mean intermediate derived class, I'm going to derive another new class. Okay, from here to here, this becomes my new derived class. So such concept is called as my uh, base class. I mean multi-level inheritance. Let me zoom out. Okay, I hope you are clear what I'm going to say. That is, first we are going to take the data from a base class from that will, so that new whatever the class I have created, that becomes my derived class. So from that derived class I'm going to take another data, so that will be storing a new derived class. So such concept is called as multi-level inheritance. So let's move on to a coding part. I'll be using dev C++ for this. So first, the simple funda is, first I'll be creating a base class. From on that, I'll be taking two another classes. So let me write my first coding part. String using namespace std. Okay, so first I have to derive a base class, right? So I'll be taking the, for example, salary formula. For example, if a person salary having basic HRA and PA, right? So first, and another important point is, here we are going to take the data in the form of protected, because whatever the data protected is present in my base class, only that data will be stored in the protected in derived class. Only that data again will be stored in the derived class. So we have to use protected access specifiers. Okay, first I'll be taking a class of basic. Okay, I mean here I'm going to store the data of basic. The total salary is salary plus salary equals to basic plus HI plus TR, something like that, right? So I'll be first storing the basic. Okay, so and my access specifier is protected in that integer of basic, or I can say base. After that I have to in my public I'll be using member functions to read the value of base, I mean basic value. Cout and basic salary, and then I'll be reading cin of base. So this is my base class. After that I'll be creating a new class from my base class, that will be my derived class, or I can call this as HRA, HR, and I'll be taking PA. Okay, from this is my inheritance operator, right? So whatever the data present here, I'll be taking in the form of public, and this is my base class basic. So this gets my intermediate intermediate derived class. Okay, so here also I'll be using the protected access specifier. So integer of h and pa, hra or pa, hra comma pa. So I'll be reading the data in my member functions. Void get h and p, cout, enter hra and pa, and let me write angle. After that, cin of hra and then pa. So that's it. This is my new derived class, right? So from this derived class I'll be creating a new class that would become my salary. So with the help of inheritance operator I'm going to derive this class. So public, and this my class is hrpa. So that's it. I'll be taking integer of salary, and in my public area I'll be writing the memo function. So void get sal. Here I'm going to add all the values that are present in my another classes. So that is the main concept of inheritance, right? We can retrieve and we can extend the data present in my main class. Again, use them as many times as I require. So here integer base, right? So first I'll be adding base, that is salary equals to base plus, and this is my HRA and PA, right? I have read it in my HRA and HRPA class, and this is my PA. So that's it. After sending them, final salary is CT. I can say that CTC of job is salary. Sal Sorry. So this is my derived class, that is came from the intermediate derived class. So I hope you are clear what I'm saying. Integer main. After that, first I'll be calling the member functions with the help of my derived class operator. So salary of s object. After that, s of get. First I'll be reading the basic get s, or I can say that this is my basic, right? Okay, get s is. After that, s dot. I have to read the get sal, not get sal. I have to read get hp, right? Okay. After that, I have to read dot get sal. Okay. Everything looks good. So let's print it out. New one. So void get hp. Sorry. Here I have forgotten to add the function call. So that's it. Let's check whether it is adding or not. Yes. So for example, basic salary is 24,000, and HRA and TRA 1200, and for example 500. So CTC of job, I mean it's not CTC. If I'm going to make this into 12, that would become my CTC into 12. Okay, let's check once again. So, so yes, first for example, basic salary is 24,500, and HR and PRAS for example 500 and 900. So CTC is 3 lakh 19,200. So this is the concept of multi-level inheritance. So we are simply taking the data from base class, and then we are going to store in my derived class, and that data is again used by another derived class. So whatever the data we have taken from that for class, which is taken from base class, would become my intermediate derived class. So this is the concept of a multi-level inheritance. So if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. So that's it. Thank you.